it going, guys? Biker Mike here again, working on the old trusty 2005 GMC Sierra with 310,000 kilometers on it now. Alright guys, so this video in particular is going to be on the evap purge valve canister air filter. So there's actually a little filter unit on the purge valve canister, and what I think's happened, because I've had to replace mine 2 or 3 times now. I just took it in when I got the code on the truck, or the service engine light came on, and I've had to have this replaced 2 or 3 times, and it costs $100 just to put it on the computer to find out what it is. One of these days I'm gonna get my own little OBD2 reader, but anyways, just kind of rambling on there. This is the filter that is attached to the purge valve canister, and it's hooked on with just a rubber hose that goes on to the canister that's underneath the truck. So it's just a little gear clamp that holds it on. So I removed it, and when I bought this, I happened to be at the shop when they're installing it, and what I thought was happening was that, that it comes with this, like, this is the air filter. So, I've got a background in motocross and off-road vehicles and all that, and it just didn't look like it was a very good filter and probably was letting dirt through. So what I did, it's all assembled. This cover just goes right over top of the little unit there. So what I did was I made up an extra little secondary filter, and it's just like a little, it's not as coarse, right? So, and I also, before we installed it, I also gave it a little coat of air filter oil. So there we go, there's air filter oil I use in my motocross bikes, and I actually use it on my John Deere lawn tractor as well, on the foam element on it. So I gave them both a little coat of that oil, and it really trapped a lot of the dirt. So there's the secondary filter, so you can see how much it got a hold of that didn't get through. Now probably a little tiny bit did, but it did a really good job. And then the primary filter, the one that comes with the unit, was really caked up. So what I think happens is it's not a good enough air filter, and it allows dirt to go in and then somehow screw up the actual purge valve canister. And it's just my theory on it. And I had this replaced probably a couple years ago, and I was just doing an oil change on my truck today, and I thought I'd have a look at it just to see, and sure enough, it's all pretty plugged up. So I'm just gonna clean these up same way I do the air filter in my dirt bikes. Bar sol bath, and then a bath in some dish soap water, and then rinse them off. And while I'm at it, I'll probably clean this all up, and I'll show you what that looks like here in a minute, and then I'll give it another fresh coat of the old Bel-Ray foam filter oil. If it's good enough for my CR450, it's good enough for the old GMC. Alright, so I got the Varsol in here, and dish soapy water in this container. These are the same ones I use when I'm doing my motocross bikes. So, pretty simple. Just gonna clean it up in the Varsol first. Just like that, get all the dirt out of it. Just squeeze it. You don't want to like twist it or wring it out. I'm not too concerned if it doesn't get every tiny little bit of debris out of there, but it should. And just rinse it off in there, and then that will get all the other dirt and the Varsol off of it. And then I'll just give it a rinse in some clean water. Do the same thing with the stock filter that came with this unit. And this just gets the oil off. That's what you're using the Varsol for. Don't use gasoline. it'll really eat up the foam and ruin it. So same thing, rinse it off in the soapy water, get the bar saw off. And you can see how much cleaner that is already. And I'll just rinse them off, get them all dried up and oiled. And I'll clean this up with probably just going to use the bar saw and a toothbrush. Okay guys, I got everything all cleaned up. I got both elements oiled with the air filter oil, and it's all ready to go back together. So the first thing you're going to want to put in is what I call my custom secondary air filter, and that just goes down there. And like I said, I already got a nice light coating of oil on them. So that one just goes down in there, and then the primary filter, what I call the primary filter, which really isn't much of a filter at all, but that's what they come with. And that one just sets right on top, just in there, just like that. And then obviously the cover just goes back on, and then it's ready to get installed back in the truck. And that should stop both dirt and help with water getting through there too. So yeah, I'm not really sure what would trip off the code if the dirt makes it into the canister and wrecks it that way, or if this just becomes too clogged and it can't breathe anymore, if that trips the code. But I do know for sure that no dirt is getting through here and getting into that canister unit. And you know, you could just replace everything, but it is like $80 or $100 to replace that canister, and I certainly don't make $80 in an hour, let alone the 20 minutes it took me to do this little bit of preventative maintenance on it. However, if you do need to replace it, I'll leave a link in the description where you can get a whole new purge valve canister and filter. And yeah, it's all ready to go back in the truck. Hope you guys liked this video. Give it a like if you did. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. And hit that subscribe button. And if you want to be notified, I know this is a lot. If you want to be notified of every time I upload, go ahead, hit that alarm button too. And as always, thanks for watching.